Today was the 17th of February 2023, and today's experience, in a nutshell, really is basically why people don't go for stuff, you know? My experience today, what I've experienced today, is 100% the reason why most people just have 9 to 5 jobs, just stick to their fucking area, and never explore outside of that fucking zone. I experienced epic failure today on more than one occasion, and it was not fun. So let me tell you about it. Right after I figure out what I'm going to do on Minecraft. Yeah, we're still changing this up here, so I'm going to figure out how tall this fucking model would need to be, and then we're safe. I have dirt. No, I'm going to bring some more shit. You know what? I don't want to do any of this right now. I'm going to just mine today. Random shit goes in here. Now this is now a random chest for temporary. Just until I say. Let's move. Missed it. So yes, today I woke up at 8 o'clock, got out of bed, made myself some porridge, used the last of the Nutella, it was quite nice. Then I had some stuff to do. I was checking off a list. I was looking at my list of things to bring to this interview, and I needed to bring a CV, which is like a resume, and because this show is like business based, The Apprentice. It started in America, but we've got our own version now, and yeah, so walked in, the trains were fine, you know, the trains are absolutely fine. Walked in, and straight off the bat I was like, cool. In straight away, and spoke to the guy, like, yo, listen, is this the right building? He's like, yeah, man, sit down. Sat down, went to the toilet. As soon as I came out the toilet, I was escorted up a lift. And it was a little bit of a weird building. It was quite a nice building, quite a cool building. But a lot of these staff were like all not hippies, but they were like definitely woke. On their laptops, they had all rainbows and shit, and they were all dressing pretty funky. Is that a wandering trader or a pillager? Enderman. Hello, Governor. Where you at, boy? Thank you. So yes, had yeah, breakfast, travelled fine, got there, sat down, speaking to some people, and this one dude was particularly talkative. There was another lady as well. I wish I was more talkative of her. She's pretty sweet. But the guy was just mostly engaging the convo. So I gave it to him a little bit, and he was like a bricklayer that makes content online for bricklayers and etc. and shit like that. And I suppose I should do more stone. Oh fuck it, I'm down now. I'm just gonna get diamonds. Oh, I don't need to do that. And I don't even have a fucking fortune. God's sake. And yeah, so went up, gave all my documents in, sat down for about 20 minutes, more chatting to this guy. And then we were all called into a room where we were sat in a semicircle. We all had numbers. I was number 2. And eventually they said, okay guys, please introduce yourself in 30 seconds. And number 1 started, this lovely lady next to me started. And as soon as I opened my mouth to introduce myself after she'd finished, number 6, who was actually the guy that the bricklayer that I was speaking to in the reception, just butted in. And I was like, hold on. I assume this was in numerical order, and now you're trying to be the fucking big ape here. You're trying to be the fucking alpha monkey and talk in front of me. And I was like, fuck that. As soon as he finished, I was like, no way, no motherfucker has cut me off. So I immediately started, didn't even say, oh, I'll go. I just started talking. And my delivery was clear, I didn't stutter, and I got straight to the point. I didn't even need a full 30 seconds. I said my name, my business, what I do in my spare time, and then I said, and that's it. And I felt pretty good. The lady next to me said, that was really good, that was really smooth and calm. I was like, yeah, thanks. Keep it on the down low though, let's play it cool, yeah? And then I just got to sit back and watch other people introduce themselves. And there was lots of nervous people, lots of people stuttering and saying, oh god, I don't know what else to say, like, you know. And lots of people were really scruffy, like not very well dressed. Some of their ties were lopsided, you know, stuff creased and everything. You know, it's just not a good look. And after we all finished introducing ourselves, the presenter or whoever worked there, the staff, said, okay guys, I'm just going to call some numbers, and when I call the numbers, please stand up and walk out the room. So they called all the numbers, and everybody walked out. I wasn't called, and I was looking at everyone like, bye-bye, see you later, see ya. And they closed the door, and then they said, okay, sorry, everybody in this room, you will not be going on to the next stage. And I could not believe it. I honestly could not fucking believe it. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? How the fuck have I been kicked out on the first stage, and some of these other spastics have survived me? I could not believe it. But then it sort of struck me like, I probably came at it too serious and straightforward. You know, it's not, the presenters are looking for good TV, not good business as such. It's not strictly just a job interview, although that is part of it. They also want people funny for TV. And I could definitely be that, but in the 30 seconds, or not even 30 seconds, I didn't even show them, I didn't show them that, so I get it, but it's just really fucking annoying. There was some dude that was dressed like absolute shit, and he said that he makes like chat rooms for gay Asian teenagers, and he got in to the next stage, and I was like, and he was stuttering, his delivery was poor, his business is gay, literally gay, and he was dressed like shit, and he fucking beat me. I was, oh my god. Ah, so when we stood up, all the losers in the room, this one the guy, the bricklayer guy, he was also a loser. He was like, oh no, because he travelled like fucking 5 hours on the train to get here, and he'd been kicked out in 20 minutes. And he was like, oh, I forgot stuff to mention. I forgot in the 20 minutes. And the guy was like, listen, very sorry, you're still out. Sorry, mate. Next time, see you later. And he was like, oh. And he was like, well, how do you feel now in the lift? This bricklayer was talking to me, and I was like, man, I don't really want to talk to you. You just fucking cut me up. Now we're both dead. And he's saying, yeah, how do you feel? He's like, oh, it's just luck, really. I'm like, no, it isn't luck. They chose us based on their own assessment. It's not fucking luck. And yeah, I was so fucking shocked. I didn't say anything until I was in the lift and this guy was asking me questions. I couldn't believe it. I'm so stunned that I'd got beaten by some of these people. And I'm being honest with myself. I'm remembering how it went, and yeah, I could have probably added more character in there. But I'm so shocked that. I mean, they must have just had a string of people that are confident straight speakers be shit. So maybe I've red flagged them or something. But yeah, I was super fucking. I mean, I wasn't even like sad. I was just like, I was like a little bit pissed off because I just wasted my time, and just so shocked is probably the right expression I was having. I was so shocked. I was on the train like, I'm going home already. Already. I've booked the whole day off for this. I'm going home all fucking ready. It's just about turned 12 o'clock. I'm going home already. this is fucking crazy. But yeah, so not ideal, but you know, guys, whatever. And got home, told my dad's girlfriend, and eventually when he arrived, my dad, the story, and they laughed. And to be honest, by this point I was laughing because I was like, this is so stupid. Reality TV is so fucking gay. It's so full of phonies. The staff that were working there are exactly the kind of people that I would expect to work in something like that. Like, if I was to go back again, I'll completely fabricate everything. I mean, they say don't lie, but it's like maybe I'll exaggerate stuff. Maybe I'll say that I'm a homosexual and that my business is LGBTQ positive. I know that Andrew and Tristan Tate were on loads of reality shows, and maybe it was different back then, but fucking hell. I don't know how somebody with their personality would succeed in the application process, because the people that I watch succeed today were just fucking gay. And oh my god, it was fucking annoying, man. But yeah, so will I apply next year? Maybe. To be honest, Alan Sugar's getting old, man. There's probably not going to be that many more series left in the nicest way possible. I love Alan Sugar, but he's like in his mid-80s now, I think. And wait, no, he can't be that old. I don't think he is. But yeah, I mean, maybe somebody else will take over, but it won't be as good, will it? Yeah, we'll see. I mean, to be honest, when I watch The Apprentice, I don't watch it that much, but the clips that I do watch, I wouldn't really fit in that kind of obvious sort of scope they have for people. I'm too young, and you know, I can just see there's a certain kind of look that these candidates have with age and demeanor, and I don't have it. And it's pretty consistent. I've seen clips of 2 different series now, and they all have this same kind of thing to them, and I don't have it. So I don't. Yeah, I mean that crossed my mind as well when I was watching. I was like, I don't think they're gonna fucking choose me. I couldn't imagine seeing myself on this program because I just wouldn't match, you know, what they usually go for. But yeah, so I came home, told the story, and tried to get back to work, but I was a little bit like bummed out. I was like, fucking what a waste of a day. And I was like, let's not waste more of it. I did do a little bit of gaming and a lot of doom scrolling, to be honest. But in the end of the day, I did get it together and I got some work done. Although I could have had way more done, but I don't really know why. But my work rate was really crap. I actually tried to play Rust. But a long time ago, it must have been like 2016. No, 2017. Maybe it was 2016. And I was really enjoying Rust. Super enjoying it. And I had this easy anti-cheat error where it says, yeah, my easy anti-cheat is glitching out. I can't join any servers. So I was like, okay. Looked up the repair code. How do I repair this? Nobody knew. Factory reset my PC just for Rust. That's how much I was enjoying it. Factory reset my PC, re-downloaded Rust. It still had an easy anti-cheat problem. I took it to a fucking computer shop. They fucking reset it as well. Probably just did the same thing I did. Still had a problem. Unbelievable. And I was pissed off. And back then I was a kid. I think I just went back to console for a few years. Got a new PC. And after a while of playing Arma 3, I went back to Rust and loved it for a while. COVID, I played so many hours of Rust with my dear late friend, and yeah. And now I'm watching all these Rust videos, and I want to play it again. I want to play it, and I want to be a bit more of a role player this time. I want to build like hotels and shit. And it was pretty funny. Because I'd love to do that kind of stuff. And I go to launch it up. I literally played it last November with no problems. And launch it up, and then boom, easy anti-cheat problem. I'm like, okay, well, it's a slightly different error message. It's still to do with easy anti-cheat. So I verified game files. Didn't work still. So I went onto YouTube. Some guy showed me to go into the files, delete the easy anti-cheat, verify game files again, so then it'll add it back, and then close your Steam, restart Steam, run it as admin, and then verify game files again, and that still didn't work. And I was like, you know what? Fuck Rust. You know, it's a blessing really. I don't need any more fucking distractions. So I decided that I want to prepare 3 letters to send, and I started doing that. I also started preparing some music for a run. I decided I was going to go on a run at around 9 o'clock. When 9 o'clock struck, I put my stuff on and headed out. And it was a pretty good run. It started raining a little bit, so annoyingly, I had quite a good time, but annoyingly, I literally couldn't. My phone was on 1%. I couldn't really. My phone was being super laggy and slow, and it wasn't stopping when I was pressing stop because my fingers were wet and the phone was laggy. So I was like 40 seconds late, maybe even a minute late, fucking stopping the timer, which is so annoying because I had a good time, but at least I know. And yeah, I walked home. Unfortunately, stepped in dog shit on the way back because I had no battery for a flashlight on my phone, which is fucking annoying. Another failure of the day. And got in, showered. When I got out of the shower, I wanted to fuck around with some hair gel. I'm trying to find my style, and obviously the barber gave me, as I mentioned the other day, the barber gave me some free shit, but it was all used, and there's a lot of other people's hairs in the gel. I thought it was pretty gross, so I went to my dad's bathroom and used some of his. When I was in my dad's bathroom, I went to put something in the bin, and he has all like these glass fish on the wall. And when I went to put something in the bin, I just put my hand on the wall to step on the thing to put the lid up. And as I put my hand on the wall, with about 5 kilograms of force on the wall, I snapped one of these fish in half. And I was like, oh my god. So, went into my room, got £50 in cash, gave it to my dad, and I just said, look, sorry, I broke one of your fish. I'm sorry, it was an accident. And he just went absolutely berserk, and his shouting just really pisses me off. It used to intimidate me as a kid, but now it's like, why are you shouting, man? Do you want to resolve this, or do you just want to keep shouting like a little fucking child? And how did he blow up? I swear the distance has gotten wider. So yeah, if I didn't ask my dad that question, but if I did, he would have just carried on shouting, and he did carry on shouting for a long time, repeating himself. And he was saying that he can't get replacements, he'd have to buy the whole thing again. And I just said, fine, how much does the whole thing cost? Bear in mind, guys, I want you to picture some glass fish with like a blue glass. They look quite nice, but they also look like they could have been drawn by primary school children, but it has that charm to it. It looks nice. Oh yeah, it's a nice ornament. It's a nice ornament made out of glass. Obviously not that strong because I literally leant on it with a tiny bit of weight and it snapped. And there's about 10 fish in total, varying in sizes, but none of that big. And my father told me that to get a whole new pair or bunch, school of fish, it would cost, and what it cost him to buy it in the first place, £850. And I was trying to be and I was sympathetic. I didn't let my thoughts escape my head. I was being sympathetic, and I said, look, I'll just pay you. Because, you know, I'm living in his house rent-free, I've broken something, I've got to replace it. But in my head, I'm thinking, why the fuck would you spend £850 on some fucking mediocre ornament? £850 is a very nice weekend with your significant other. A very low-end car. You know, there's so much £850 could be. And I was like, what the fuck? You spent £850 on about 10 glass fish. For that price, you could probably just do a little bit of looking around and get some guy in a factory to make it for you for like 500 quid. Why are you spending 850 fucking pounds on that shite? That's what was going on in my head, but outside I agreed to pay, because it's the right thing to do, regardless of whether or not I think it was worth it. But I broke it, it was a mistake, and it was a very expensive mistake. But, yeah, I mean, he was still screaming at me, honestly, it's so fucking retarded. I don't really understand where he got that kind of, I don't know why he deals with things like that, because his parents, I mean, obviously I didn't experience his parents being parents, but his parents as grandparents have always been quite chill. And they have told me off plenty of times, believe me. But when they tell you off, it's like, I don't know, it's different. But with him, he just shouts like a little boy. And it's just really annoying. You want to slap him in the face, but you can't do that because he's your dad. But the way he expresses anger is borderline homosexual, to be honest. Anyway, let's continue chopping this fucking thing. Over here. Actually, no, I'm gonna go and fucking get some XP. But yeah, so that was my other big fail of the day. I'm gonna call it the £850 hairstyle. So now I've got my hair gelled all back, and it looks alright. You know, I probably won't wear it to the restaurant tomorrow. I don't know yet. I'm just fucking absolutely gobsmacked at. And then so obviously I went into my safe and took out an extra £800 of cash. I already gave him 50, so I took out 800 more and gave it to him. You know, it wasn't reluctantly, because I know that I've done something wrong and I need to pay up. But I just couldn't believe that he would pay that much for something like that. That zombie almost got me because I was face palming in real life. I couldn't see it coming up to me. But yeah, I mean, I always thought that my poor dad hasn't retired yet because he's had 2 divorces, which definitely have some sort of impact for sure. But now I know that he just spends money on retarded shit. That's why he's not retired yet. Unbelievable. Are the fish a nice addition to the bathroom? Yeah, they're quite nice. Can you substitute it for something else equally nice? Yes. Would you have guessed the fish are worth 850 fucking Great British pounds sterling? Absolutely fucking not. I'm going to be thinking about this for a while. I think it's going to be at the back of my head for a bit. But I'm trying to think of things like, hey, you know what? Grand scheme of things, I'm already in profit, you know, £850 to go. I would have spent way more if I was living on my own by now, past a certain age. So, and if I need to cough up some sum of money every so often like that, you know, it's still worth it. But it's unfortunate. I mean, I wish I could have broken something a little bit cheaper accidentally, but you know, that's the way it is. Whatever. So after that, I had some food, and he's like shouting still because he's a child in a man's body that makes a lot of money. And went upstairs and did a little bit of GTA whilst watching some videos, and then I finally completed the work that I originally set out to do. So now I have the letters ready. I'll print them off. I have the envelopes ready to go, and all I need to do now is print the envelope. I've already written the letters in Google Docs, and now I just print them off. I've already downloaded them, email them to myself, print them off, and happy days. So yep, that's it. Tomorrow's Sunday. Hopefully today was definitely an L day, but you know what? You know, I went out. I mean, I risked embarrassing myself to, you know, do something cool. Fortunately, it didn't turn out, but I'm still gonna take these risks all the time. But yeah, I mean, I guess overall it was kind of a cool day, really. You know, who else has been on this kind of stuff? At least I'm trying to do stuff, you know. But yeah, I'm also, I mean, I looked into a little bit more focus stuff, and one theme that I've heard more, and I do talk about a lot of my concerns when it comes to information online. You can just find any studies in quotation marks um, that will support basically what you want to believe, because there's so much information out there. If you want to find that one of your favourite habits is good for you, you can find it. But you can also find studies saying that habit is bad for you. For example, masturbation. Some people say it's good for you, some people say it's bad for you. And you can basically find studies for either or from so-called respected doctors. So, and that's just one example of many. Basically everything is contested online. And but one theme that I've seen regarding focus is that you will have a harder time focusing if you've just eaten a large meal, or if you've had carbs, especially, and sugar. And usually I train, eat, work. So if I try to not eat and work, see how it goes for a while, I think it's definitely worth trying. Because I didn't feel I didn't feel awful when I didn't eat for the surgery. I didn't feel awful. Didn't feel fantastic either, but at least I could drink water whilst working. But yeah, so I'll give that a go in the focus wise side of things. And yeah, that's I'm gonna bring some just gonna get some dirt and sugarcane on me, so I'm ready for next video. Think that's it. Yep, that's it. Tomorrow hopefully is a better day. I really do hope so. My sister's asked me to come in early, so I'm not gonna go training tomorrow. I haven't been jiu-jitsu in a very long time. A lot of my, well, I wouldn't say friends actually, but a lot of people that I've trained with have just done extremely well in a massive competition called ADCC, and yeah, it's cool to see that. Um, yeah, so I mean, I still I don't really know what to do about my ear. I've still got the ear defenders coming. They're going to be very late. I don't know whether just to go back to training because my ear feels okay now, but I don't know. Maybe I'll buy some needles and make sure I have them ready if my ear does um, blow up. But we'll see. Uncertain times. I just, yeah. I mean, I'll keep going. I'll keep pushing, and I'll keep making shit happen. That's it.